Hello and welcome back to another week of Sambo iRacing. You join us in the Dallara P217 LMP2, this time at Sebring, for a track guide ahead of the special event there, the 12 hours. And if you want to race the exact setup being driven by Gianni Lutzu in this guide, you can go to our website, sambosetups.com, or our Patreon page. There are links to both in the description. The track temps and the track conditions are shown on the screen. It is at 10 a.m. on March the 27th, 2026 on forecasted weather. Hope you enjoy. So this is the hot lap. I will let you enjoy it and I will be back in about 2 minutes time for the breakdown. Breakdown lap coming up now. Right, let's start this breakdown lap. So, we're coming all the way over to the right side. We're going to pass under the Chevrolet bridge. And what we're looking for, if you can just see on the right-hand side there, you can see it more with the shadow, is where the barrier on the right-hand side goes from out to in. That is going to be our braking marker once we get to there. So as you can see, we're right in that place that I talked about. Don't over-brake. We're only braking up to about 10-15%, and we're likely going to hold that and try and get as close to the wall as possible. Now, once you're over here and you're pointing to the left-hand side of that porter cabin up ahead, and if you can see the on the left-hand side, we're getting close to this cone that's been placed nicely on top of the on the railing there. That's when we start picking back up on the gas in fifth gear. We get up to 100% once we're halfway out on the track. And we're going to exit nice and wide, almost just dusting our right-hand tyres on the sandy crap on the outside. For the next corner, we are looking for this 3-cone, and this is going to be a repeating thing during this breakdown lap. As soon as the cones start, that is usually when we're getting on the brakes. So as we get there, we brake briefly up to about 50%, then we're going to trail off down second gear, and we want to start picking back up on the gas exactly where I am now at the apex of the corner. Slowly back on. We don't reach our 100% before we do a little lift for turn 4, and then we're back on the brakes again, and again only up to about 25%, stay in second gear, and then we get back on the gas nice and early. Track maps finally caught up with us. That's good. We're going to go absolutely flat through Big Bend of turn 6. And for the turn 7 hairpin, once again, and as I say, it's going to be a recurring theme, as soon as the cones start, we're going to get on the brakes. So, in the LMP2, or just ahead of the cones here, we don't want to be braking harder than about 60%, especially not with this being an endurance event. You will just burn up your tyres. So we brake immediately up to 60%, hold it, all the way down to the last cone, and now we're going to trail it off. We go down to first gear, all the way down to the apex, which is when we start picking back up on the gas. We can go flat through 8 and 9, as you can see here. Now for turn 10, once again, it's going to be the start of the cones on the left-hand side. So as we're right alongside them now. I can see them in my left-hand monitor. Again, on the brakes to about 60, just slightly above 60%. Trail it off down second gear, and then we pick back up on the gas in second gear at the apex. We're going to go flat through turn 11. And through turn 12, but what we're looking for now for turn 13, we've got these cones on the left hand side. That is going to be our braking marker, and just as the 3 cone disappears, we are on the brakes, and again just below 60%. I'm going to trail it off down second gear and picking back up on the gas at the apex. Turn 14, absolutely flat. Giving ourselves loads of room so that we can cut back in. Now for turn 15, guess what? Start the cones. On the left-hand side, we're going to get on the brakes, briefly up to almost 60%. Trail it off, down to third gear, picking back up on the gas at the apex. We want to get our right-hand tyres right on this curbing here on the right. But do be careful, it is 3D, so if you get them lodged over it, it can turn the car, especially in the LMP2. We're back up to 100%, and what we're going to do here, we don't have any cones as the marker, but we're going to move the car over to the left-hand side of this white line, and as soon as we do that, we're going to get on the brakes, not overly hard, only up to about 45%, trail it off, and then back on the gas in third gear at the apex. Now we're wanting to carry a maximum, or the highest possible maximum apex speed, because we're now back on the gas all the way down the Ullman Straight. And we have one final braking zone to go into Sunset Bend. So, strangely, we're not going to start braking at the start of the cones here, but what we're going to do is we're going to start turning in just before the 1 cone. And we're going to get on the brakes, but not overly hard, briefly up to about 45%. And we want a really wide entry here because it's a double apex corner. We're going to totally ignore the first apex so that we can get on the gas for the second. We want to be all the way out here. We're still just trailing it off. We drop it down to third, and we're going to keep it on the brakes until we're almost underneath this Mission Bridge. And then we start picking back up on the gas. We get up to 100% just as we get to the Mission Bridge. And as you can see, we've got sort of 45-degree steering lock on, and we're just praying that it grips up, and it absolutely does. And over and across the line we go in a 48.8.